Hello, welcome back to Closing Bell on the 30th of October, closing after Halloween on the Friday night, and the market is being spooked. The market is falling. It's been falling since Monday, and Friday is even more aggressive. They're all dropping like carrots. It's either feeding the donkeys or feeding the opportunistic people. So what's happened? It's obvious that's happened, but let me explain. It's obvious to me, but not to you. So everybody is taking profit. Everybody is taking liquidity because we're not sure whether it's going to be Biden win or a Trump win. So we're not even sure whether the market is taking money out in the favor of who's winning. There's no clarity on which president will win. And there are talks on Twitter by the professional traders saying that this might be a discount for a potential Biden win. Hence, everybody taking money. So the impact when if Biden wins, we will still see a sell, but not as bad because this is already the early phase of the sell. So we don't know. Nobody knows the answer. Whatever you read online from CNBC or Yahoo, take it with a pinch of salt. Make your own opinion because nobody knows what's happening. I'm honestly telling you this, okay? Don't trust the news media because completely headless. Nobody knows. Headless chicken running around like mad. So let's get into it. This are what I was going to speak about today. On the column here, I am going to kickstart off this extended closing bell with what I've done today. So obviously the earnings has come out, and me personally, I think the earnings have been great. Earnings has been great in quarter 3, which is always the dampened one, not most exciting. But moving on to Q4, the build up to Q4. And with this, I see it's an opportunity, I see it's a discount. So what did I buy and sell? I have to raise cash. Okay, I've been buying, I have to raise cash. So I'm looking at my board here, I have to raise cash. So I took profit off CrowdStrike. Because CrowdStrike's earning, I think it's not till December. So there's no reason for it to go up, but it's only or will only be going down. I think 115, I see 120, 150. So I took my good profit at 128, 130. Because I've got loads of it, I took profit, I have to keep cash. I sold my GSK. Okay, so half my GSK, and I sold my second biggest holding, Unilever. A lot of Unilever stocks have been sold today. Why did I do that? Dividend recovery will be slow. So upside for Unilever, if everything goes away, will be 10, 12, 15%. But the likes of Tesla, the likes of Amazon, the likes of Microsoft, there's huge upside. 20%, 30%, 40%, who knows? So I've taken cash. Cash is closer to my heart now. I've sold some BP. And I've sold a Disney for my kids' stock. So I sold Disney because Disney Park will be closed for a significant time. Take profits because I've held Disney since the day they were born. They can't even walk. And now, might as well take that good 35% profit and keep it as cash and see what I can launch onto for a bigger profit. Okay, so what have I bought? I've been shopping as well. I am a greedy man. I've been shopping. Okay, I bought. So there's a 3 big ones that I bought and 4 small ones that I bought in very minute sizes. So the big one I bought is Tesla. I bought Tesla, looking really attractive at around about 382 when it was almost bottoming. I thought, I cannot let this go. The phone is going, bought Tesla. I got Nvidia, about 495, 492, 195. Couldn't let go. Nvidia, it's a price before the earnings in Q3. I thought it must buy. We've got earnings coming next week. It's going to look really positive. I know it. Amazon, when it's starting at 350, 345, I eventually gave up and thought, I have to rip the bum off and buy some Amazon. I did. And also, I got PayPal about 185. I got Fiverr about 143, 145. I got Zoom at 460, 455. I got Twilio at 275. So I bought some of them. And I still have cash waiting for the election, waiting for Monday, Tuesday, next week, Wednesday for the huge volatility. And yeah, so this is me on what I've bought and bought. So the question now is, the next section is, when is the bottom? When is the bottom? Do you know when it's the bottom? Do I know when it's the bottom? Does Warren Buffett knows it? Nobody knows where the bottom is. Nobody knows when this is going to stop. Everybody on Twitter, even myself, we've got all the trend lines. We've got all Fibonacci method plotted out. We know when are the support levels it's going to be coming. But honestly, nobody knows. If anybody out there that tells you that I know when the bottom is, he is just telling you bogus information. If he's right, he's just lucky. If she's right, she's just lucky. So nobody knows when the bottom is. But we know that it's going to be going down. I personally think that it will still go down on Monday, go down on Tuesday. People are still liquidating. until the election is still a sell-off, and only things starts getting better when the stimulus check comes out. When I say that, neither president, whoever comes in, the first thing they'll do is to sort out the stimulus check to America. They have to sort out the policies. They have to sort out the COVID-19 situation. So that will help and boost it up again. So it will come down, eventually bottom and go back up. So this is where I see myself. So earnings is great. Q4 earnings will be coming out in 3 months' time. It'll be good. But at the moment, it is just going to be turbulent. At least for a week, at least for 2, at least for 3 weeks. Okay? So what's next? Which president will win and why? I don't know who's going to win. I can't vote. I don't have an opinion who should win. We know on paper that if Trump wins, it's going to be a bit more stable. If Biden wins, it's going to drop a bit first and then recovers and bigger stimulus check. So I don't know who will win. But as it stands, it's volatile and it's difficult. So, you're watching this, you care about your money. If you're from America, obviously you care about the policies, the president, the protests and the COVID-19 situation, the taxation. Obviously, there's bigger scopes for you. So all the best to you guys. Stay safe, be healthy, stay safe, and hopefully you get through this election to whom you prefer to choose. Okay. The next thing is news on big cap earnings. If you go on CNBC and Yahoo and all that, just be careful what you read. Okay? Just previously, 2 days ago, earnings was great, and suddenly all this report coming out really negative. Remember, these guys that write this newsletter, this email, this article have been paid to write a certain sentiment. I used to be a ghostwriter for platforms, for news media as well, on financial stuff. So I get paid to write to a twang where I was told by my client. So be careful what you read. It's negative, so they're writing everything bad. For example, they said Amazon earnings was bad. They said Apple's earning was bad. They say Microsoft's earning was bad, but they all beat expectation. What's bad? It's just this quarter. They haven't got the Christmas earnings yet. So be careful what you read. Don't let these notes panic you. If you want information, go read the earnings report from these companies. If the companies haven't released a report, then go read the previous report. Those are the news, because business will be business. It doesn't affect who writes the article. So make your own decision on that. Okay. And next, I personally feel this is the time to recalibrate your portfolio. So if you've got slow growth stocks, in profit, no profit, this is the time. Things are cheap. You can buy at a loss, buy at other companies at a discount, risk transfer. This is the opportunity. Don't be afraid. For me, I took the opportunity to move my dividend stocks into growth stocks. Because recently in the last 2 months, I made up my mind that Microsoft and Apple are dividend growth companies. I no longer support the likes of oil, tobacco, or banks as dividend stocks. So this was an opportunity for me to sell Unilever and then start buying Microsoft and Apple, or perhaps McDonald's, or perhaps Yums, Starbucks. These are the dividend stocks for the future. So this is where I'm going. So opportunity for you perhaps that you should move from one company to the other. And the next thing, dividends. There was a user, Pat, I believe, they asked me, Alex, how is this dividend portfolio working for anybody? How does it work? It's a hard question because in 2020, dividend is over. So dividend stocks are basically stocks in huge amount of shares that a person owns that pays dividend. And this dividend comes in and people reinvest it. Let's say you own 1,000 Apple shares. Apple pays you about 1%, 2%. So out of that 1,000 Apple shares, you can rebuy 2 Apple shares for that year. And then second year onwards, you buy another 2 Apple shares. Third year onwards, you buy 2.5 Apple shares. It compounds. So if you buy stocks, dividend stocks for long term, you're hoping that the number of stocks you buy, 100, will eventually in 10 years go to 110, 120, 130 in 20 years. So that's how dividend stocks grow. And when you retire at, let's say in 30 years time, 40 years time, you should have more stocks than when you first initially purchased for. Some people say yes, dividend income, but dividend income is generally for billionaires, millionaires, for the likes of Warren Buffett. He sits there with his million stocks in Apple and then he gets paid 500 grand a year. That's it. But then for us retail people who's got less money, we are the ones that hope that this compounding over 20 years, over 30 years will eventually double or triple our dividends when we retire. It's hard to live on income, but it's when we retire. So that's what dividend investment is. Okay, so our last message I want to give is all situation like this is be careful what you sell. Do not panic sell. Do not panic sell your good quality stocks. Do not panic sell your quality Apple, your quality Tesla, your quality Amazon. Do not panic sell the quality CrowdStrike that you have, or your PayPal, your own, that you believe will be great stocks in the next 5, 10 years. These are the time that you should be taking the opportunity to buy. Okay, if you experience, lots of experienced folks have kept cash until this time and they're buying now. So this is the time to buy, not the time to sell. So do not panic sell. For me, I am moving risk transferring. So I was selling dividends to growth. So people are selling their gold, or some might be selling cryptocurrencies, trying to fund equity because they're cheap just now. So people are just transferring assets just now, just like myself. So what am I doing over the weekend? Over the weekend, I'm not going to do any more earnings or any more reports. But one thing that I want to focus on, which I notice many people are asking, is I want to do a video on how to do technical analysis, the basic fundamental method with MDA, stochastic, RSI. I want to do that video so that you can use that video over and over again to help you identify your own stocks. So I'm trying to teach you how to fish so you can fish your own fish rather than me give you the fish. So I think this will be useful for you viewers out there, that you will start learning from this basics ground. I'll make it as simple as possible with a couple of good examples that I use on how I set up on Yahoo Finance, all free, nothing to pay for. And I just want to help you guys so they can identify your own stocks. And then from there, you can learn from other YouTubers or myself even further, or other professionals on how to boost your skills even better with candlesticks and everything. But I just want to give you the complete basis that I would teach my children. I would teach my dad how to use it. Completely visual, easy, and hopefully to use. That's my goal for this weekend, and hopefully to share that with you. But again, I am going to have a glass of wine, watch some TV, my wife and my kids, and I will be replying to every single comment on this video tonight to help anybody who's got the hardest or the simplest of question. So please do that. I will try to answer tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday. If anybody watches it later, I will try my best to answer every single question that anybody asks. I'll try my very best. That's my job being a YouTuber. I've committed to it. I'm here to help you guys. Okay. I'm due that bottle of wine that I've been holding on since last week, and I'm gonna have it. It's 2019 Sauvignon Blanc, so it's a Marks & Spencer, it's not some expensive. Marks & Spencer's wine, and I'm gonna have it tonight. So have a good time, guys, and yep, any questions, speak to you soon. Bye.